Dope. Cool. Okay, what else has been going on? Fill me in. Tell me everything.
Trying to think. What do you want to know? Well, let's see. For business-wise, we've got one client finished up. She's defaulted 3 payments. I'm literally getting collectors onto her now because it's like, sweetheart, you got to pay me.
Welcome to the business.
Not real happy about it. I said, well, fucking, you signed the agreement, so you got to pay it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I'm not re-signing her because she sort of only did 4 weeks and then that was it. So I'm like,
yeah,
she's taking up time. But anyway, so I got that one. I got another JSA member this week.
Beautiful.
Yeah, signed her, $69 a week, 30 weeks.
Bro, the 30 weeks is just unbelievable. When you change it from normal to like 30, you're just like, that's so much more breathing room.
And at 69 too, I was just like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've worked out how to word it in my own way so they literally do not balk at that price.
Yeah.
So
all right, tell me how you did it.
Well, basically, when we go to discuss price, I tangent off and talk about one-on-one a little bit and what they've done in the past and what it costs them for one-on-one. And then I get them to relay what they've paid in the past, which is usually about $90 on average, I've found. And I'm like, well, cool. I'm going to save you even more and you're going to get me more. And I'm going to give you this rate. And then they're like, oh, fuck yeah, straight up. I'm like, yeah. So just a case of getting them to sort of engage with me on putting the benchmark up, but then I'm coming under it. So straight away, it's like a win-win-win for them.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's it. And that's part of the reason why, at the start I gave you a script and the objections and all that kind of stuff and now you're just so much used to it and you can see the power of it now. You can see how I can understand, I can sell a lot of things that it, would never be able to be doing before. So it's just powerful. It's just powerful having the ability to go off that tangent because you 2-3 months ago, never would have done that.
No way. And not for that rate and not for that long of a period too.
Yeah. So. Beautiful.
But yeah, and she's actually trying to get one of her mates to come over, but apparently she's got a little bit of a crush on James.
Oh, really?
And like I said to her, I said, does she realize that she actually has nothing to do with him in the James? Like you literally have no contact with him at all.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to tell her that. Wow. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, and then I was supposed to have another consult today, but then she's like, I need to reschedule. And I'm like,
really? Yeah, because pretty much what my goal today is to try and get you to the point now that you bump your numbers up because that's all that's stopping us from scaling now. So you no longer have a problem about what we're going to do, right? And also I want to really tempt yourself in again and put my foot in it again because I always do this every call. The next progression is the 8-week challenge progression because that's where the big money comes from. So like you've been doing the 30-day challenges, the 8 weeks free coaching and all that kind of stuff. The next thing, and I'm talking about a while away, not now, the 8 weeks coaching is scaling that to above and beyond, right? So you're going to make that one or two times a year, but you're going to use all of the metrics that you've used for the 30-day challenge. See what I'm saying? Because they've already bought into the 30-day challenge for 219, right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why you can no longer go, okay, well, it's going to be $500 a head.
Yeah, for the 8-week one, yeah.
Right. So if you did $5 a head at, let's say, just bare minimum what our metrics would work, you're looking, if you did, like we're looking at kind of 10K per, so $20,000 a year. Just in 2 challenges.
That's then if you got the amount of people.
You're getting how many people for a 30-day challenge and paying 200?
I got 5. One pulled out last minute.
Yeah, but this is also like we wouldn't do organic to do 8-week challenges.
Oh no! I'd hammer it.
Do paid.
Yeah.
And it's going through that spectrum as well. So that's cool. Okay, cool. So win all around. That's perfect. Okay, cool. So what do you feel like the focus wants to be this week? Like, what do you feel like you need to fix before I go off on a tangent and give you 4 other things that you haven't even thought about yet?
Honestly, just go off on your 4 other things because otherwise I'll just scare out of it anyway.
Okay, so the biggest thing I want to get our Facebook marketing down pat, and I also want to get that side of things down, and that's probably going to take up most of the call, but it's also getting that success having 20 booked consults every single week. And the only way we do that being able to forecast that is being paid advertising. So it's really doubling down on that stuff now. So it's about, okay, well, what's stopping us going forward now? What do you feel like the big areas that you feel like are stopping in your marketing? And then we scale that going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think at the moment is stopping you?
I haven't even looked at it, to be honest.
Okay. So
that's the honest answer. Like, apart from the fact that it's just populating, I haven't even really looked at the paid advertising side of it. Because last week, just with that debacle with trying to get that bloody ad up just for a 30-day challenge, I've just gone, well, okay, it can just sit in the background for now.
Okay, yeah, but that needs to change because that's going to be our bread and butter. So the thing that I want to do now is I don't want you to get so invested that you forget about the reason why we do online. It's because we can take ourselves out of the business and work on the business, right? Because there will be a period of time where you may need to do X, Y, and Z. And the way that we systemize ourselves now is that we want to scale going through paid advertising. So we want to start building that foundation up and building that system up so we can just continually get people booking in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, whether it's us ringing them at the start or them booking through a booking system and all that kind of stuff as well. So again, that's going to transition into going into more landing pages and funnels and all that kind of stuff as well. But that's still a fair way off. But the idea is that we want to start doing marketing, and I want you to not put it to the side, and I don't want you to get annoyed by just doing one ad. Although it was a bad experience to have, it's not the be all and end all, right? It's not the worst thing. It's just the learning opportunity. And again, you were the same system going into, organic marketing in itself. And now it's just like second nature to you.
Well, the thing is just with the paid advertising is every time I try to do something with paid advertising, Facebook has just stopped me dead in the track.
Yeah, but how many times have you actually done it?
Oh, last week, I think I spent like literally between our call last week and the week before, I literally every day I was on there trying to fix it, and it just kept saying no.
Okay, it's fine. But the other thing that we want to do now is that how close are you to releasing that ebook?
Oh, fucking yeah. I'm still arguing with people on Fiverr. I've literally tried to outsource it to someone else now because they still can't get the damn thing right. Like,
what's
how
the issue?
hard is it? Like, seriously, I had 3 people message me back yesterday going, "Oh yeah, this is what we do," and I'm like, "That looks like shit," and they're like, "Oh well." I'm like, no, that's not even close to what I want it to look like. And I said, you've even got a template there to go off of, and you still fucked it up. Like,
did you send them one of mine?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I sent them that, and they still couldn't get it fucking right. That's why I've just canned all 3 of them. I went, no, you can fuck off. And now I've got another 4 people trying to do templates for me. One of them I already messaged her this morning and said, nah, you shit.
Fucking savage, eh?
Oh, mate, I'm savage. I haven't got time to sit there and go back and forwards. To get one attempt, to get it right. There's that many other people on there. So to get it right the first time because you have a template there, well, don't waste my time. So anyway, but I'm thinking it will be ready this week. If I can find somebody who can actually, just put...
Okay, so hypothetically, if it is ready by this week, or next week, sorry, what are we going to do with it?
I'm just going to release it to the VIP group.
Okay. In terms of a lead gen system, though, what are you going to do with it?
As in...
So the idea is releasing the ebook is that we do... okay, no, I've got an idea. What we're going to do is we're going to do a book launch. So what we're going to do is going to do a 3-week marketing campaign organically if you want to, or we can go into more paid. I don't want to poke the bear when you're in kind of like a denial saying like, I'm going to leave you for a few more days to just simmer down about the Facebook ads. But what I can do is we can build the strategy up the same way that we did for the challenge, but we just build leads and contact details for the book. So what we'd do is we'd run the book just like you'd run the 8-week challenge, 30-day challenge. But on the book launch day, they get all sent a copy. But you know what we get? Emails, numbers, and names. So we use the same system, although preferably it'd be better if we did Facebook ads for this. But going forward, we can start it doing organically and you can see the power of it. I think I got one organic way, I got 200 leads from it. So because everyone wants the copy and the only way you get the copy is putting your name, number, and email down. And then on the day that you decide you want to launch it, allows you to then send those people directly, just like emails, right? You have to be on the list in order to get the email. You have to be on the list in order to get your name, your book the day of.
Yeah. I think, though, for the book that I'm doing, it's probably not the best one to generate for that sort of thing because it's just like a just run of the mill, like 5-day cookbook, basically. It's nothing special.
Nothing in your eyes, but what about everyone else that doesn't have any idea about cookbooks or recipes or anything? It doesn't have to be an actual book. I'm not comparing it to a book you go into a bookstore to get or anything like that. I'm getting it. It doesn't have to even be paid. You don't have to charge them. It's just free. Just say it's the trick of the mind saying, hey, we're doing a pre-launch. All we want to see is how much hype we get for it. And then, we've only got a limited of X, Y, and Z amount of people that are allowed to have it, right?
Yeah, right.
And it can be volume 1. Call it something volume 1, right?
Yeah, right.
And then you build and build and build and build, and then all of a sudden you've got all this hype.
Yeah.
Don't ever think your product isn't going to be big enough in order to do a launch that's free.
Yeah, cool.
Right, so I think that can be our focus, or we try and nail the Facebook marketing, or both.
Yeah, right. Sorry, just have a pop up on my thing. I just need that to go away.
Send a nude.
No, it's literally somebody just booked in for a consult. Just come up and just goes, Jessica Samuels just booked in for a consult. I'm like,
too easy, my friend.
Fuck, what was that off of? I can't even remember what that post was.
I've got too many pages open. No, but my big goal now is to just get you book solid. So the way that we do that is we sustain a system in which now, okay, we've got an 8-week free coaching, we've got 30-day challenge, we've got a book launch. So technically, if we did that every single month, that would mean that you would have a lead generating system every single week firing. Correct? And then you'd have 1 week in between that you would give a D week, like a download, a week to just recoup everything and go from there. I really do want to. The thing is, it's so powerful. It's like I would get anywhere between 1 to 200 like leads a week from just getting people to download my ebook online. So I really, really, really want to push the Facebook ad side of things because I know you had a bad experience. But literally, I
suppose the Facebook ad for that one though, for releasing the ebook, will be very different. It'll be easier for me to do. Yeah. Because the main reason why the 30-day challenge didn't work is because apparently making people.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to run you through how to make the ad copy, and I'm going to give you not a template, but I'm going to give you an idea of how I run my ad copy, and this is going to make sure that it's not going to get done for. Let me just open up my page. Popular. We want to go to scripts. No, it's here. That's right.
That's right. That's what that was. Back up. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make you some headlines that we can use, and then you can kind of make the ad copy off from that. So what is our audience directly? Like as specific as possible.
You're talking to me.
I'm talking to myself.
I honestly can't think off the top of my head. To a specific audience. Are you talking about like the audiences I've been compiling, or
no? Just in general, who do you think the book's designed for?
It'll be designed for anyone, like sort of basically that already is very, very new to it because they're trying to figure out like macros and all that. So in particular, females. It'll be mainly aimed at females. I know that.
It's a cookbook, right? So it gives you recipes.
Yep. So females probably, I reckon, between the ages of 22 to probably 35. Okay.
What's one of the biggest results that we can get from having the book?
As in.
So like, what's the biggest result you can get from having the book? So what's the reason why they'll download it?
Because it gives them 5 days of breakfast, lunches, and dinners. 5 days of feasts, I called it.
All right. So what's the biggest pain that we would want to avoid from, or your clients would want to avoid from having So like, what's the biggest pain that your ideal client would want to avoid having, if that makes sense? So like, if I was scrolling and I was your female potential client, what is the pain that I would want to avoid having by downloading this book?
I'm not quite following you.
So like your ideal clients on Facebook, we're scrolling. What's going to make them stop? So like, for instance, they're going through a certain pain. What's the pain they want to avoid?
I know what you mean now. I'm just trying to think how to put it into words.
Yeah, so this is the biggest thing when it talks about the way you want to stop, because it's just so hard to make people stop these days. The biggest thing that we want to try and figure out is, okay, how do we make catchy headlines? How do we make catchy text and copy that's most importantly going to talk to the person, make sure they're going to stop, and also create that pattern interrupt that we want to do? So that's the way we do it, is say, what is the pain they want to avoid in this area? Like, if they're this female that's, sitting at the couch, sitting down, watching the TV, food in front of them, what is their pain point? What is their,
Generally, it's because they don't know. It's because they don't know what to cook. That's their problem. A lot of people are confused. Like, they don't know. They want to start this journey, but they don't know what they need to be eating, I suppose.
Okay. Okay. Following the book, how quickly can you get results from following the book?
Oh, straight away, because it's got all the information in there.
Let's see. Let's see if I can flick. If they switch their diet, if they switch their eating based on the book, what do you think one of the biggest results would be for them? Would it be a mindset shift? Would it be motivation?
I think it'd be a mindset shift, and it'd be a weight shift too. Because if they literally pulled the recipes from the book and used them to accompany into their everyday life, they're going to feel better. They'll find how easy it can be. And so I think it's good already. That's why I picked the recipes. I'm really fussy with it.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So ideally what we want to do is we want to make it, the title we want to make is like, it's a how-to, right? Then we put in, that's going to be a blank. And then like we put something like without blank, blank, blank. So you see how the way that we title it, we're saying how to, which is going to attract people saying like, oh, how to, right? How to X, Y, and Z. We can put any word in there. And then we can say without doing the hard, like it's always about, okay, how do we lose weight, right? Without spending hours in the kitchen. Right. So we say how to and without is probably the most 3 powerful words you can either put in a title. Right. But then the reason we say that is we want to make sure they're going to stop, and they're also going to say, okay, well, that's relating to my pain. So the title has to be relating to exactly what their pain point is going to be, but it's also going to be directing them to say, okay, well, how do we find out exactly what's in this book? So it's not going to give everything away in the title, because if they know everything in the title, they're not going to download the book. But again, when they come onto the landing page, we want to make sure it's enticing when we're talking to those 3 demographics. We're talking to the emotional, logical, and fearful people, right? Because there's 3 different demographics that we talk to within our realm of clientele. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to try and practice how we're going to write the script. So what I want you to do is, out of this call, go away and write the script, come send it to me, and then I'll go through and say, okay, well, can we change it to this word, and this word? See if it can be a little bit more powerful, a little bit more enticing, because it is just that pattern interrupt, especially with the book that we're releasing. It's going to be more of okay, well, there's 4,000 or 5,000 different copies of this going around the internet right now. How do we make sure that your one is better than everyone else's? Because it will be, but how do we make sure people stop scrolling? Because that's all you have to fight against.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then what we need to do, the second battle, is where are they going to go? Where are we sending them? So when they're on Facebook, they see your ad, where are we sending them?
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. So, I don't know, where's the best place to send them?
So ClickFunnels is one of the best ways to send them, like a landing page of some sort.
Yeah,
So
we haven't generated that yet.
Yeah, but do you have a URL? You don't have a domain name, do you?
No.
So we need some sort of we could use, what we could do is, do you have MailChimp, or do you have, what's your website, not website, your email domain, like domain server kind of, do you send the emails, MailChimp?
Well, I use Gmail, but I've linked it through MailChimp.
Okay, so MailChimp, you can create landing pages for free.
Okay.
Yep. So MailChimp, you can create a landing page where it has a first name, last name, cell phone number, email, put those details in. Then it clicks. Once they do that, it goes to a thank you page. Once the thank you page is there, it's fired an email that they're going to get sent saying, hey, congratulations on requesting your spot in the book launch. This is the date that it's going to be released. Here's some free content or whatever, VIP group. Come join the VIP group. Come get amongst everyone else. And then what happens is on the day, you schedule an autoresponder to fire on that specific day at that time.
What do you mean by autoresponder?
So an autoresponder is like it's automatically fired every single time an action happens. You get what I'm saying? Or do you want me to show you?
I get it.
All right. All right, so these are my funnels, right? So if we were to go to the my body transformations funnel, it's got 6 steps. So all we have to concentrate on is getting them to landing page, right? I don't know why it's fucking out. It does this occasionally. Okay, don't work then. Oh, okay, wow. It's happening all day today, isn't it? Okay, that's not working. Let's go into one that I know is working. Cool. So what happens is this is a landing page. This is what a landing page is called, right? So ideally what you'd have is you'd have the photo of the ebook, or like myself, I'm going to have a video. They put their email address in. Now you would obviously have more than this because you want different details. All I want them to do is give me their email address so my autoresponders can fire. Once they put in this email address, what happens is you go back to here, automation, here's all the autoresponders. So you can see here that immediately, as soon as someone puts that email address in, they get to the thank you page, immediately this will fire. So this is an email that's built into ClickFunnels. You can do this on MailChimp, the exact same thing. Here's the Ultimate Funnel ebook. Download your free ebook. This is going to go to my Dropbox, which they can download. Here's a little message from me. Join the VIP Coaching Secrets. How will this benefit me? A little bit of research that I've done previously is that like a lot of the questions I can answer in the email. And then I put a real kind of, I'm probably going to put here as well, which means obviously an open rate's going to high. And then obviously I've got things that immediately are going to be fired over the next 7 days. So I've got seven sets of emails. You don't actually have to do this. It's just more of just having at least the landing autoresponder fired so they can get sent the email on the day, and then also when the book actually launches. Make sense?
I think so, but I haven't got the foggiest how to do it. I'll have to figure it out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you. Okay, we can do an experiment. What's your email? Can you message me your email address on Messenger right now?
Just on Facebook Messenger?
Yep. We're going to. This is going to be 7 days.
I need you to stop sharing so I can get to my screen.
Oh yeah, cool. You can.
Hang on, no.
You can minimize. I was going to be like, what the fuck?
I got my phone. I didn't think I had my phone on me.
I know, 7 days. That email for day 4. Cool. Okay. Okay, these aren't going to be, these aren't even finished. There's going to be empty emails that I'm going to be sending you, but you'll get an idea of an autoresponder. Some of them are probably going to be stacked because I haven't done the final tunes of them yet, but I'll let you understand the fact of how to do it at least anyway that way. So like I put your email address in here, right? Oh crap, fuck, I always do that with an Apple. Minimize that. Cool. Done, right? You can join my VIP group, whatever. There can be other things in there. You should get an email immediately. So if you go to your email now, if you keep refreshing, it should come, hopefully.
I don't know where it'll be. Won't be in there, that's why. Okay. Need to sort that out tomorrow. No, nothing's come through. No, hang on, here we go. There it goes. Yeah, okay, cool.
So that's an autoresponder. So because I didn't do a single thing, I didn't send you an email, I didn't do anything, right? Mm-hmm. The idea is that because of that, it allows you to say, I don't even know how that's freaky. So that knew that I was my name because I didn't even put my name in there. It knew my name. You see how I put your email in?
Yeah.
It knew my name. Anyway, so that's an autoresponder. So what happens is that automatically fires as soon as someone puts a detail in. You're now going to get 7 days worth of emails that have no content in them because I haven't put the content in them yet. Okay. Or some of them I have. But, and I think one of them will be your testimonial that I haven't filled yet. So that, so that's exactly what an autoresponder is. It means that if someone signs up at 2 in the morning, they're going to get an email with the product directly because you do not want the people I've had sometimes. You're going to get 1 in 1 hour. So yeah, the way you can strategically do it is you can actually take them from a cold lead or a warmish lead now and prime them to be a hot lead.
But so if I do an autoresponder on the ebook, I'm not going to give them the ebook straight away.
No, but you'd send them an email saying, hey, congratulations on securing your spot out of 1 out of 50 or 1 out of 100. Mm-hmm. Here's the dates. Here's when it's getting released. We can send you an email on the day. Please check back in a few days' time at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. You send an email responder, just like I have. I've got ones all 7 days, and I've got some that are between hours. So that what that does is it allows you to say, okay, I don't have to touch this funnel ever again. So as soon as you start running lads, even if you get 50 leads a day, it's all got email responders going out. Mm-hmm. Make sense? So it just does the work for you. Instead of sending those daily emails, instead of sending them manually, it just does it automatically. And you can do that through MailChimp. Okay. Cool. So that's, I think that's our next step. We do a book launch, which is going to be the third funnel. Effectively, it's the third organic funnel within the system that I've created. You just needed the product to be done. So realistically, that's waiting for the product to be done. In the meantime, I want you to start playing around with ad copy. I want you to start playing around with how to write it, how to present it, how to formulate it on ads and save some drafts and go on Ads Manager and have some fun and do that side of things. Because as soon as the book's ready, as soon as it's launched, we launch. Yeah. We start building the hype. So as soon as the book cover is done, that's fine. That's ready to go. Cool.
Do you do the book cover first or do you do the book first?
I always do the book cover first. I write the book in 2 or 3 days.
So you just get the book cover created?
Yep. So that ultimate funnel, the one, the image that you just got sent, that's my book cover. Okay. So you see, it's all right. Like, I mean, I'm 90% happy with it. I could be more appealing, but again, I don't know until I test. I just sent my I think it's like 7 or 8 pages away to the graphic designer to get graphically done up and stuff, and that's pretty much me done. I've got my video. I'm going to show you the video. So this is another way that you can where is no, that's not there. Where is the actual downloads?
I was looking at my housemate, right? She's just signed up to an 8-week challenge where the prize was $5,000 to the winner and $5,000 to a charity, right?
Mhm.
Which was, I was like, holy shit, what's the catch anyway, blah, blah, blah. Anywho, it was like $150 to enter. She had over 500 people enter. I was like, holy, that is mental. So that was just generating income for nothing.
Yeah. So I had, when I did my 8-week challenge, I had 20 people at $297, and I gave $1,000 away.
Yeah, right.
So the thing is, I'm very much so can you see the video? Guess how much I spent for this video? Guess how much I spent on this video?
How much?
Just guess.
I don't know, man.
What do you think?
Actually, hang on. No, I've seen it. They're doing something similar to this. It's not that expensive, I don't think.
Do you rate it though? Do you like it?
It's good. It's eye-catching.
Yeah. So the whole entire thing, I was like, I don't even give a shit. I don't even give a shit if no one even reads the text. But if you put a still image versus if you put this, like no one's going to read the text, but everyone's going to be like, what? What is this? Where's the book? Where's the book? I'm waiting for the book. They'll watch it and then they'll be like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and wait for it, wait for it. Boom.
There it is.
Right. So the idea is I made him say, okay, I want them to wait about 20 seconds because I know autoplay is 3 seconds. So there's no point giving away the book or the way that it is or what it looks like in 3 seconds. So I said, pushed it to about 20 seconds. What I can do with that video is I can gain the how many people are watching it to that point. So I'm going to watch 25% of whatever the video is, like whatever it is. I'm going to only track those people and then that's how they get my stuff. So I'm actually getting an email, a name and a number if I want. So I might just do an email. And then from there, what I can do is actually get those people's details, put them into an audience, but also already capture an audience for my retargeting, which is then going to go into the 20 clients in 30 days challenge for MPT consulting.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's actually better not to get a name or a cell phone number because you can actually do it through a funnel and that's why the marketing. But I would rather you have that name and number and email at the start. But you can see that this costs $10, by the way. Right? 50-second video. If someone watches up to 50 seconds, you know that person wants that book. And the idea behind it is because it's a consulting based business, not a personal training business, you kind of want to have them a little bit more enticed, where like your book, you could probably have a still image and get away with it. Right? They do really well. Like my planner, my 7-day meal planner did like, I think a couple of thousand downloads over the space of time that I did it, probably over, I think a year with maybe $20 a week on it. So that's just continually pumping through leads. And then all you do is you download the CSV file, which has the name, email, and cell phone number. Every single day you're ringing people. The biggest thing I can recommend you do is as soon as you ring them, the sooner you ring them, the better it's going to be. I had my telemarketers when I was doing it full on. I had my telemarketers ring them 2 hours after they downloaded. Because as soon as they've downloaded it, it's still in their mind. So imagine downloading a book, and I got a client like straight away doing it. So because they downloaded it, they were reading through it, and as they were reading through it, they got a call from my PA saying, "Hey, notice that you downloaded the book. Here's 2 free body transformation phone calls." I know that's not going to be possible for you, but the art of it is so unique that I think it just works so powerful at the smaller stage. When you scale, there's no point doing it. But at this micro stage, you can see the powerful, because how did you get on ring? Because you rang people, eh?
Yeah, I rang one.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, I think about 8 of them were already, I think 4 of them were already in the challenge.
Yep.
And then I think another 3 of them were already clients. So then another one I actually couldn't get a hold of. So I thought I grabbed your script, tweaked it, sent it into a message, and believe it or not, booked them through that way. I was like, holy shit. So you didn't want to answer my phone call, but fuck you, I'll do it this way.
So you used the script in a message form and you got the same result.
But I tweaked it down to a message form with my own spin on it. And yeah, I managed to convert a call from that, like converting the script over into a message form, but not as big, obviously.
Yep.
And it worked.
That's it. That's the power of the script. That's cool. Awesome. Okay. So our goal is for the next 3 weeks is going to be the book launch.
Okay.
Cool. So ideally, you said it would be ready next week, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be pissed off if it's not.
It should be ready by then.
Yeah.
So then we just launch it. So as soon as we probably want to start Monday,
Mm-hmm.
right? So same thing applies. The whole entire process is exactly the same. The only thing is, it's not 8 weeks. It's not 8 weeks free coaching. It's not a 30-day challenge. It's a free book.
Yeah.
But we hype it up like it's this amazing. Like, I know the product's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But we hype it up like it's this never before seen kind of like boom, boom, boom. This is what we want, and we'll get a fair amount. I probably think we'll get anywhere between 25 to about 50 leads, I think, from doing organically, which will put us nicely in that bracket of probably getting another 2 or 3 clients.
Mm-hmm.
Believe so or no? You don't believe it?
I reckon more.
I think we'll be more. I think organically that would be it. If we scale it to being paid, which we will, because you're going to now spend the next between now and next week doing ads and running ads and writing copy and doing all that kind of stuff, right? We're going to do that. Yep. We're not going to get annoyed.
No. Oh, I'll probably get the shits as well. I nearly threw my computer out the bloody window today.
Don't even worry. I've been stuck behind this computer apart from my workouts and apart from my lunch out. I've been stuck behind this computer building funnels, so I can understand your pain. But shit's got to happen. You know, I've got people asking me for my 8-week challenge, and I forgot that I said to them that I'm releasing it on the 4th.
Too much going on, mate.
No, I've got it on my board. I've got it on my whiteboard for the Feb, but I've got a webinar on the 25th of January, which is 2 weeks away now. So I've got to come up. I've got to go get 5 guys to do that, do a webinar, get everything built. I'll probably make my whole challenge just off that webinar, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, but yeah, I think that's it. I think we just do the book launch. And then by that point, the book launch is officially our last organic profile. So that makes the 3, which means I'm not saying it's the last organic that we use. Yeah. It's the last out of the 3. So now you've got the 3 pillars that you just repeat. We use all of that profit, put into ad spend, boom. But after the book, and as we're launching it, once we get that ready, every single call is all going to be about ad spend and ads and building and how to get really, really levels from that. And as soon as you get ClickFunnels, as soon as you get off the fucking MailChimp, we're going to then build everything else. Because remember, the benefit of being on ClickFunnels means that all I do is I send you a link that shares the whole entire system that I already have, which means all it does is it does my bones. Like, imagine if I'm the skeleton and then you put all the, this is disgusting, skin and organs in, right? Fuck, I come up with some random analogies.
That's a pretty gross one.
Yeah, so like, because I know you don't like copying, right? But this is not copying, it's just building the foundation. So I give you the concrete, you build the rest. You put everything else in, but it gives you the matrix. And the best thing is I've spent thousands of dollars over the years testing little things like, does the video do better on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? Does the button do better on the right-hand side and the left-hand side? Does it do better if it's at the bottom? Does there a timer? All of this bullshit that you have to go through testing funnels, I've already done. So you know that those high converting funnels, which you'll get if you get a free copy of my book anyway, it's already in there, 3 books. You get a 14-day free trial, everything's covered, but that's going to come from the profits of doing the challenge. It's not going to come from pulling money out of money you don't have, right? But it is an investment in which we can do. Or what you can do is just bridge, like some people have, and they bridge off like a live account like me. I have like a platinum account, which means you can use my ClickFunnels with your own URL, and it's your ClickFunnels. You just don't have to pay the fees. So it's a way that I've done it, so that because I have unlimited funnels and unlimited pages, so I can it's way cheaper than doing $197 or the like 1,000 that I spend a month on it. So that's another possibility. So don't be like it's this big thing that we can't reach. I'm always going to try and make sure that you're feasible and it's a solution. But like the reason I'm saying it is because there's so much money to be made. Because like I show you now, the last thing I want to show you, and to bring it all together and confuse you, just like I like doing at least once a call.
Thank you for that.
Is the benefit from it is what it happens is the goal that I want for your book funnel is the same one that I want here. Is that what it will do is that you'll go through. I know this is going to be horseshit. It won't look really well. Ideally, you should still be no. Okay, it's not even going to do that for me. So realistically, what happens is that you go through the opt-in. You put your name, your number, and your email. You go to a thank you page, but on the thank you page, probably not going to. Let's edit the page instead. What we'll do is we'll go to next step, right? You see this? So go to VIP group, then go to the next step. You can see how it's bouncing up and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's been tested. What you then do is send them to an offer. So this is called like a squeeze page. So effectively what will happen is it'll go to an offer page of some other product that you've got. So in the meantime, you create something else like a membership. I would say the variation would work well as like a mastermind. So you would get a person doing a mastermind thing, right? So you'd do a monthly call with like maybe 5 or 6 people that want to lose weight, but don't want to invest in your coaching. So it could be a product of some sort, maybe whatever you want it to be. So there's the sequence here. They put in the email, the number and email. See how it just literally, I don't even know why it's got your email there now anyway. Then you'll go to step 2. If we go to, let's say, states, doesn't matter. Then it'll go, cool, here's this is what we're going to buy. It's going to be a price. This is here, you click this, you get some more money, go complete order. And then you go back here, there's an upsell. So we've got another product. So then what happens is that we take your ad spend that you spent for that person to get onto your landing page, and we make money back from that. So effectively, my goal for your book funnel, the one that you're going to release now as a soft launch, is that every single time you get a lead, it costs you nothing.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to confuse you, and that's fair enough because it would confuse me at this point. But the idea is that if it costs a person $2 to give you their name and number and email, right, to get you a book, what we want to do is make sure that they at least buy the equivalent of cart value before they leave. So you know how James Smith is doing a book, right? He released a book, people pre-order. You can actually create your own book eventually, put it on ClickFunnels, and make more money. Because Amazon and his book, you can only buy one thing in the cart. Where this one, we can do offers after they've put the book and after they put their credit card details in to add more shit to the challenge. So maybe a challenge entry, maybe another book, maybe a drink bottle, maybe some a weight loss, whatever, right? Yeah. And then what happens is that you actually become, those leads that you're getting and what you're going to get for your book become free. So it didn't cost you anything because you break even from what they bought in the funnel versus what you paid for them to get into the funnel.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So that's the outcome, and that's why I'm pushing so much every single week to get you in there, because once, like I said, it all makes sense now after pushing you all the way through to now. Now I'm putting you back down to stage 1 and saying, here's another really annoying situation to put you in. But the idea is that it makes you profitable in the long run because you don't want to be paying for leads.
No.
Right? Because then all of a sudden you're making pure profit. And then you can say, okay, well, this is the end goal. So that's our probably like 2 or 3 month kind of situation to be in. But book launch right now, we get that book done, we get that book going. And then next week we touch on Facebook advertising again, building that funnel as well. But in the meantime, what I want you to do is just write some ad copy, have some plays with some ad copy, and then start saying, okay, cool. What we want to do now is, does this look right? Does this feel right? Does it feel right for you? What do you feel like you could write better? What do you feel like was, hook, grab, and offer? Not giving away too much that you would entice them not to do the book. So that's one of the biggest things. You don't want to give away too much in the script or the ad copy above it, because then there'll be no reason for them to click on the book.
Yeah.
You want to make it like that first date kind of thing. You want to give them enough to realize you're a nice guy and not a sleaze, but not enough that they don't want to come back for a second time.
Yeah.
Cool. And he's like, it closed them on the first date though.
I do. Did you like my comment to you today?
What?
You're like, oh yeah, I'll just close her in 45 minutes. I'm like, bro, I'd do it in 30. I was like, you're getting a kick out of that.
Yeah, I've got to flirt with her for about 10 minutes though. So.
Oh, no, it's not. As you do.
For 10K I have to.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, that's all right. That's no drama. I reckon I can get my head around that. And I think, honestly, the Facebook ads for the book will be easier for me to comprehend than trying to do the challenge, because the challenge was just frustrating me because they kept saying...
The challenge, and this is why, the way I showed you is because we haven't got a funnel set up. So, for instance, what I'm going to do is that once my 8-week challenge webinar is done, I'm going to send you a link to sign up for it. You don't have to obviously buy the challenge, but I'll send you a link to see how automated it is. And that's what I'm getting you to. So think about the challenge thing is that's never going to happen again because we won't have it like that.
Yeah.
The reason it happened was because we don't have that platform to automate it yet. So we had to do it another way, that's why Facebook crushed it, and that's why we do it so differently now. So that's our goal. But again, we need to jump into the realm of getting onto that software as much as we can.
Yeah, I've got to do the book launch this week, and then also I think end of next week too, I'm going to create another event for the next 30-day challenge for February. So that one's coming up.
Beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Perfect. Cool. Sorted.
All
All right. Any other questions?
No, man, I'm good.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Cool. Next week, what are we looking like for the same normal time or?
Yeah, no, next week should be fine. It was only literally because I had that consult that was